I'm fucking losing it, I tell you. Absolutely losing it. Never had it, some would say. Good Lord. Oh, so much tittage. We'll sort that out. That's not nice for anyone. Sorry about that. Well, we're nearly at Christmas, a time where you can forget the realities of life and just argue with your family and let all those latent traumas manifest themselves over the dinner table. I won't go into the details, but I've had some absolute shockers over the years. I'm thinking it was me and Gail, my mum, my brother, and Gail was just gouging out of her nut. And she oh, sorry. I'm just thinking, my poor mum just getting on with it. Do you want some more mashed potato, Chris? Oh, no, I'm all right, thanks, mum. So bad. Anyway, less of the dark side. Let's bring some light into this. I was reading the other night. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. A privilege to be... Oh, damn glasses again. A privilege to be able to stream and have people here watching. I'm sure the numbers will pick up shortly. You know what? So I've said it before. I'll say it again. Over here, there's, oh my days, what could it be? Pickled onion, Omicron, SARS-CoV-2, Spanish flu, Egyptian VD. We've all had a bit. Hello there. Let's get some hellos in before the riffraff turn up. Did I see Anglo-Saxon there? I think I did. Hello, son. Good to see you. She does. She's already called me. She's already called me. Ah, there's that little, just that little bit up in the top there, making me feel like, I think that is Omicron, you know. Omicron. These people and their stupid ideas. I'm saying that just out of entertainment. When I say these people and their stupid ideas, I don't mean the government and the way they've handled this bubonic plague at all. Before the riffraff turn up, the numbers have doubled. Dovetail joint. You want to smoke a bifter, mate? Yeah. What is it? Dovetail. Someone should breed a weed breeder and call it dovetail. And then you can literally smoke dovetail joints. You saw where I was going with that, didn't you? You clever carpenters, you chippies. Hello, John. Ledden, Scorry, Cray, Baz, Hare, Alan, Lee, Cron, Jim, Martin, Livy, Rags. Hello, Rags. You all right, mate? Alan loves you all. Height. Good. Bless you all. Me too. It's awesome. Jim's got a little hypothesis. You can just write it, Jim. That's the beauty of it, you know. Hello, King Corona. Nice to see you, son. Who else we got turned up late? Hello, Lee. Did you get a hello already? I think you might have done. Jim's hypothesis is this is the longest running online NA meeting without all the stuff about NA, which drives me away from NA. You know, that's actually right on the money in many ways. I mean, there's a little bit more politics, but that would be the cup of tea after an NA meeting, wouldn't it? So I've got that in there as well. But I imagine, Jim, you're a lot like most people with NA. Please don't read all those cards at the beginning of every meeting. There's no need for that. Please stop newcomers talking for 20 minutes. They should have a little bit of time at the end. They should be told that it isn't, this is when they just start going, well, you see, because I can't pay my rent. So I went down to the Citizens Advice Bureau and you're just sitting there thinking, hang on, this isn't what this is about. And they just let them go. When I was secretary of the big Soho meeting, I have about 80 people in. If people just started witching, I go, yeah, okay, that's enough of that now. I just call them out. Go, no. And people would complain. I say, listen, I'm the secretary. It's my job to make sure the meeting runs smoothly. And you were talking about rubbish. Someone's just walked in here off the street to get clean, and they're listening to you talking about not being able to get your fucking windowsill painted. They're going to think, oh, this ain't the place for me. I want to hear about what you done to stop using and how you stayed stop using. That's it. That's it. Anyway, that's a very good joke. Hello, Anglo. Good to see you, man, as ever. Did King get a shout out? I'm sure he did. Hello, John. Nice to see you, mate. Right. Hello, Gaffney. Always a pleasure. Take your time, Chris. Hello, John. Nice to see you, mate. All right, La. Nice one. All right, Henry. What's the names on the firm? Good. Hello, Amy. Lovely to see you. All right, Graham. All right, Rise of the Riots on the firm. Lovely to see you, mate. John Francis says, Amy, why did you do that? All right, humans. Nice to see you, man. Lizzie. Ian Ma. Mr. MF. Jesus Gonzalez. Well, I wish that was your name. That'd be the best name in the world if it was Jesus Gonzalez Dangerfield. Hayden Pickingaz. Baz. Seeking Truths. Are you new here? What the hell's going on? Nice to see you, even if you've been a lurker. Well, I'm just forgetting. Bollocks! I had a little thing I was going to do, but it's too late now. I'll have to do my little thing another time. Al, watched you talk from Verba Derba. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great stuff. Hello, Manny Moo. Good to see you, son. Son of Max is on the firm. The Bullet is here. Boing. Hello, Bullet. Nice one, Anglo. Our man in the can. Oi. What did I say earlier? There was one that came up earlier. Someone at work said something to me. She was complaining about how cold it was. I said, well, it's a rather chilly 28 here today. And she went, oh, what is it? The bloody Costa del Cambodia. Mr. Natras, good to see you. Thank you, Anglo, for that 5-bit. Always appreciated. I understand donations are a low because it's Christmas. So they're pre-Chicago, Petito, a little bit more Tiano. The newcomer is the most important person in the room, and they are the most important person here because nice to get people on the firm. Hello, Glenn. You all right, son? Glenn sends me some shockers. Do like them though. Glenn. Hello, Clark. Glenn is your perfect scrub emailer. One line, link, or something. That's it. Just lovely. Nice one, Glenn. And they're usually pretty good as well. Oh, I'm going to start causing trouble now, aren't I? Someone's at home. Hello, Billy. Someone's there going, no, I want to be the best emailer. Hello, Rusky. Rusky, was it you that sent me something I was talking about this morning? We were talking about something this morning. I said, I think Rusky sent me it. I can't remember what it is, though. So a little bit like I haven't got any information to provide you with. That's a bit weird, isn't it? -1. Good Lord. Where are you, Livy? That is Chile. -5 where Alan is. Hello, RMF. What is the Matrix reference? I don't know what you're talking about. Olive oil soap, yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. Amazing memory. Not only an amazing memory, what a peculiar little details. That's incredible. I even forgot when I read olive oil soap. Rusky, did you put me onto these people? Oh, it wasn't me. If it wasn't Rusky, maybe it was Brad. I don't think we see too much of Brad around here anymore. But it's a brilliant shop. It's called something like British Utilities, and it's all like nice kind of... It's hard to explain what the shop is. If the person who put it here, who put me onto them, I bought some nice stuff from them. They do all that. Oh, what's it called? Let me see if I can find it. If I search, search. Bit of a long way of trying to find it. I found it. So the shop is called Utility Great Britain. And again, anyone... Oh, you bastard. I've got butterscotch vape juice. Bit too sweet and sickly. I'll plough through though. Well, Mrs. Me in it sent me 4 of those. I ate all of them in about 4 days. The last batch I made up with a whole pint of milk and 2 of them. Girlfriend don't like it. I just ate the lot. This is that shop. I am actually promoting them. Hello, Dave. Been a while, son. Nice to see you in your Christmas spirit. Had Sacks on the firm. I was in court a few months later. Stopped me from seeing my children. Oh, lovely. Fucking great. Horrible. Hello, Jethro Hetero. I've just made a bunch of soap for Christmas gifts. The scents of sweaty crotch, dirt, wet dog, and leather. Hello, Melvin, our friend in the pen. There you go. I'll have a bit of that. What's that fantastic novel? Our Man in... Oh, what is it? Our Man in Manila? Come on, where's Loomy when you need him? What's the novel? It's written by the bloke who used to work for the Secret Services. Our Man in Panama, Our Man in Manila. Someone must know it. He used to work for the Secret Services, the actual author. And it's a story about a bloke who runs a vacuum cleaning shop. Fucking great novel. Very, very well known. This isn't like some obscure thing. Our Man in Havana. Our Man in Havana. Yeah. Anyone read it? It's cracking. So it's based on a true story of what used to happen in those days. In those days, the old Secret Services, it was all kind of early doors, really. And they'd approach people who seemed to be part of a network. Now, the story Our Man in Havana, one of the top brass in Havana fancies the protagonist's daughter. So the Secret Services assume that he's in with this top brass and, can use his ears and eyes and that. So they sign him up to be a secret agent, but he doesn't really know that that's what's happening because it's all sort of, cloak and dagger sort of stuff. Hang on, work messages coming through. And so he doesn't quite realise what's happening. I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, I don't want to ruin it. If I tell you any more, it'll ruin it. But it's freaking brilliant. And when you know that the author was actually in the Secret Services, you understand how well sort of sculpted it is as a piece of writing. If I was to tell you what happens towards the end of the novel and tell you a bit at the beginning, you'll think, how do you get from that to that and believe that? That's the weird bit. How do you actually get there from there in a way that's believable without some weird clunky bit like, oh, he got concussion. No, it's so well sculpted. It's a beautifully sculpted bit of writing, actually. Who wrote it? Our Man in Havana. Someone will know who wrote it. Graham Greene. There you go. Of course it was. Little Bullet. I've sent you 4 mails, including a meme, and they've all been blocked. Got a message back saying recipient may have blocked or marked you as spam. And we had this morning off of Lindsay. And I haven't. I have not, Little Bullet. I haven't. I don't know what the frick's going on. Let me have a look. I'll do to you. I'll do you. I'll do to you. Is that what you want? Because that's what'll happen. I will do with you exactly what I've done with Lindsay. I'll put your email in. I'm obviously not going to block you, am I? Good Lord, you little bullet. Right, so what I will do, I know your name, your real name, right? Let me just check you can't see this on the screen, right? I don't want to out you. Right. Right, so that's your real email. I'm not going to say the whole thing. I'm not going to say anything, actually. I don't want to get you in any trouble. Right, let me search for that email. Enter. Right, so the last one I got from you, same day that... the last one I got from you was on the 18th of December, and it was your memes one. It's gone in the memes folder. I haven't got any more from you. I'll check my spam. I mean, there's always a chance, I suppose, I could have pressed the wrong button, but why would I spam you off? Ridiculous. Right, let me see if I can find you in spam. No, you're not spammed off. You're not. There's no emails from you in my spam. They're coming close, little bullet. They're coming to get us, mate. It's all over. Yeah, no. I got the meme, but I didn't reply. I don't reply to any of the memes except for the bloke who sent me more than one, and I was like, it's just one. But no, I got your meme one. I put that one in. But the other, you're not blocked and you're not spammed. Send me an email now, and I'll tell you if I get it. But weirdly, that was the same day, December the 18th, that Lindsay was having trouble with. All right, Lindsay. Lindsay, you know I'm sorry. I don't need to see you this week. My mind is a mess and I'm needing you less. Give me a call in a little while, little while. Or a little bit of a Simon Webb on the go there. Thanks for the 5-bit, little bullet. Ping me an email now and we'll see what happens. Pinger. Now, any of you who haven't, hello there, no, Chip. Anyone who hasn't read Graham Greene's A Man in Nirvana, it's a dear little novel, dare I say novella. You can do it in a day. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hello, Eunice. Good to see you. Broken silence is on the firm. Graham Willis says, take a hint, bullet. Cheeky bastard. I'd never do that to the bull. Honestly, though, people, Our Man in Nirvana, that's my, in this book recommending show, Moslab is on the firm. Hello, mate. Hope you're all right. But yeah, I advise you to read, Reader, just as I said it. The deadline for the meme thing, Cron, is tomorrow. I mean, you can get it in tomorrow. So, you know, and because I'm ahead of you, you've got plenty of time. I mean, you know, if a couple drip in a bit late, I suppose it won't matter, but try and get it in for tomorrow. All right, Flammadiddler, nice to see you. Yeah, no, I've read a bit of Le Carre, but not my cup of tea. There was a little bit more humour with. I didn't like other stuff of Graham Greene. I tried reading it; it wasn't me. But Our Man in Nirvana, it's got a lovely sense of humour from start to finish. Don't be texting if you're driving, son. Hello, Will. Just sent one entitled Test. Thank you, Bullet. Let me tell you what happens here. Let's go up. Inbox. Yeah, I got it. And I can prove I got it because the message says, hey, Chris. Hey, spelled Hay. So I think there might have been funny things going on around the 18th because that was when Lindsay was having trouble. Can you talk a bit quieter? I've got a hangover. Sure, I can. No problem. I was shouting a bit though, wasn't I? A bit excited. I'll tell you why, because I'm really running on fumes. I want to get some of my novel done. And today at work, I mean, honestly, it's coming at us from all angles. Everything that could go wrong has pretty much gone wrong. Now, it is quite nice that it's still ticking over, but it's on a knife edge at the moment. And sometimes you've just got to go, all right, son, chill out. Oh my God, look at that. For a first, the Mrs. Moslab. Hello. How lovely. We've heard so much about you. He loves you so much. It's ridiculous. What an amazing man you've got there. I mean, I'm sure you know things about him that we don't that makes him an absolute tit. But apart from that, he's a bit of a celebrity in these parts. Love him. Absolutely love him. Listen to this, people. I don't know if you know, but there was someone in here and they were a right pain in the ass, but they were pretty good with the donations. And Moslab said to me once, he said, "Listen, fuck them off. I'll cover the donations." They were such a pest. They disappeared anyway, which was a shame because no, they were so weird. What was going on there? No one knows. But lovely to have Mrs. Moz on the firm. Absolutely lovely. Right, let's have a look at this shop. So I think it might have been Brad who put me onto them. I thought it was Rusky, but I've got no affiliation with this lot, whichsoever. That was Rusky. I didn't want to name them. But look, this is the shop. It's called Utility Great Britain. And it's basically the sort of stuff that was made when we were youngsters, most of it, that lasts forever. It was built to last rather than disposable. Obviously, your olive oil soap wasn't, but that olive oil soap on the screen is what I've got here. 5 of. That's for the missus and her mother because they love it. I love it too. I mean, it's just lovely. And honestly, you use it in the shower, it's just delightful. But let me show you some other things that you'll probably sort of. I think it's a really good shop. Looks nice. Look how simple it is. Got a lovely little bit of brand in there. You know, home shopping, contact gallery, trade inquiries. But look at some of the stuff they've got. You'll remember this stuff from your youth, and the prices are brilliant as well. You know, look at these lovely old brushes. Look, that's going to last you a year and a day. Look, nice, the old dustpans. Look at that. Like over here, the old mops. I want a tin bucket. Can I find one? No, they're all plastic. And the problem with those plastic things is that it's a disposable thing. You use the mop 20 times and it stops working. Got to go and buy another one. But these are the things you remember. Look at that beautiful bread bin. Look at that. Look at that enamel bread bin. Look at that. Gorgeous. I could do one of them out here as well. Look at that. Wonderful. Gorgeous. What else have they got in there? Let's have a look at some more of the enamel bits. Yeah, nice shop. Remember all these lovely old enamel mugs? Enamel pudding bowls? Oh, lovely. Nice bit of kit. Only a couple of quid and all. And I'll tell you what, I bought a load of these off them. What did I buy? These. I bought a load of these. It's something like 6 quid for 5. Look at that. 6 quid for 5, and they're brilliant. I'm really into my own wares today, and And that's what you're coming for. Oh yes, Baz, yeah, stuff that works. But check this out, right? So, prison chic. I remember it was quite the fad for junkies where I came from to try and get to nick stuff from rehabs. So I had, for instance, NHS pillowcases which had the blue with the NHS on them in my house. My bed at one point had Darrenth Park Mental Hospital was my bed sheet. Yeah. Things you can't buy, things you've got to rob, you know, and that was when we were temping, working up at Darrenth Park and nicking their bedding. It was just quite a thing to do, do you know what I mean? When you go around someone's house and they've got NHS pillows and Darrenth Park Mental Hospital bed sheet, the ladies love it. I did buy my apron. Didn't I have my apron on the stream the other week? It's a good old shop. So utilitygreatbritain.co.uk if that's your kind of thing. Want to buy things that might last a while? There you go. I am not affiliated. Hello, Packer. How are you, mate? Hope the missus is all right as well. Hello, Rufus. Nice to see Leden in a bit more. Right, the show's going to start shortly. Let me sort out... So, Lil Bullet, I got that email. I think it might have had something to do with the 18th. Because like I say, Lindsay was saying earlier that he didn't get got a similar reply that you got. And I didn't do anything weird that you got. Oh, hello, son. Bit of that. Right, I've got some clippage, got some things to show you. Thanks again, Rags, for helping me out with those. There's a couple of my own in there. So what is that in my glasses, for fuck's sake? Sorry about the background music. they're really rocking down there tonight. They're rocking in the free world, I'll give you that much. Hang on a minute, it would appear the Saxon has dropped another Lady Godiva in. Let me find that. There you go. Watched your video about the car chase, mucker. I've been in similar circumstances. What a rush, though. Oh, without a doubt. I think I say in the video, don't I? It was wicked, but terrifying at the same time. And in fairness, you're putting other people's lives at risk. So to get out of it alive, to get out of it and put old Bill Van's window through, throwing the... I really wished I'd have kept that, though. There was a nice... for people who haven't seen the video, I was scoring with this absolute reprobate, Jamie. We've talked about Jamie on this channel. I've got that other... oh, no, I haven't. Anyway, I was out scoring with the reprobate Jamie, and we were just sitting there, and I noticed in the back of the car he had like these industrial size, big sort of stainless steel boiling pots and lids, and I really liked them. You know, they'd cost you a bit and all. Probably could have sold them. And I remember thinking, what the hell's Jamie got those in the back of his car for? And then we've got to Lewisham, and this old Bill Van's pulled up next to us, and Jamie's gone, oh shit. And he's going, don't look at them. I'm going, I'm not looking at them. And he went, they're going to be putting our plates through. And I went, oh, and it's not your motor, no? He went, nah. I went, why didn't you tell me that? He went, didn't have time. Oh, and it was on, man. Fucking hell. Wrong way round the roundabout at the bottom of Lewisham Way. Oh, all sorts of dramas. And he's just telling me to throw things at him out the window. To literally lean out the window and throw the sort of boiling pots at the police. At one point, there was an helicopter, a couple of squad cars, a few squad cars, a few vans. And I just thought I'd sort of pussy it up and just drop it out the window and go, oh, I missed. But as I dropped it out the window, it's hit the floor because we were going about 80 mile an hour. As it's hit the floor, it just pinged up. I thought, oh. Because before that, I was a mere passenger, and I was going to say, oh, well, I'd have told them the truth. I'd have said, no, for sure we were scoring, but we didn't because you intervened. But I didn't nick the car. I didn't know it was nicked. And I left my phone in there. But, yeah, once we got away with it, it was all right. But never again, man. It was all so terrifying. He was a wicked driver, though. I have to say, he was doing some amazing things. Some of the corners he took. Jesus. Could have died, though, so, you know. Pros and cons. Someone said in one of my Substack comments, you've had quite the life, Chris. And I said, yeah, shame I wasn't there. Or shame I missed it or something. Steve Cray says, please stop special. He's crashed. He's crashed. What I couldn't believe, though, after one of the areas, this was just normal life to Jamie, nicking cars and getting in chases. After the really heavy-duty police chase, and we've managed to lose them in this estate, and we got out the car while it was still moving. You know, just jump out the car while it rolls into someone's front garden. We've had to leg it because, you know, we'd only got about 3 minutes on the gathers. So as they've all pulled into the estate, we're still running over this fence, shredding our clothes to pieces, anti-vandal paint all over us, run across electrified train lines, all that lark, got up the other side, another thing you weren't meant to climb, all on adrenaline, finally got out of all that, standing there just like, and I'm just thinking, fuck, I've got to get home. And Jamie was like, what are we going to do now, bunk the trains, or should we just nick another car? I was like, what for? He was like, well, get some crack. Oh, you're fucking joking. I've just had it. What? I need to lay down for about a week. It was like water off a duck's back to him, a car chase. He must have hit about 30 cars as well. At one point, he was just going gang, 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 along with like all the parked cars. No, it was dramas. If you haven't seen it, I think it's on my channel. It's called something like Real Life Car Chase. No, absolutely. You know, not nice at all. And an absolute serious risk of someone else dying, you know. I did kind of pass it on a bit there, didn't I? But there's been a lot of things involving Jamie. Clark says to King Corona, that and When Junkies Jump. I do like When Junkies Jump. I don't think it's actually called that, is it, though? It's called something else. I think that's the thumbnail. That's a favourite of mine as well. And, of course, the Crack Gnome story is a favourite. Nice one. Nice people looking at the old videos. Well, yeah, no, he is a piece of shit, though. The geezer punched his nan out so he could nick her a ring. I mean, Jesus. He stitched me up in rehab once, so like I couldn't believe. What an absolute bastard. Hello, Mr. MF. Nice to see you. He's crashed. He's crashed. Right, so what have we got for you today? The show's going to start shortly. Let's get some donations in. Let me sort out the grift. Right, bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. Oh no one died. Jamie? Would I be able to get old? It's called something like that. It's called something like Something Gives You Wings. Erring Gives You Wings. Let me see, because it is let me see. It's a cracking story, actually. It was terrible to live it, though. Thanks, YouTube. Mate, can you put it 1,000 pages back, please? Hang on. Well, what am I looking for? When Junkies Jump, which isn't called that. It should have just been called that, shouldn't it? Oh, don't let me down. Not when I need you most, YouTube. Not when I need you most. You're twisting my melon, man. I would like to promote that story, though, because it's a cracker. Right, here, you should be able to search your own channel. No, can't find it. Oh, there you go. Desperation Gives You Wings. All right, people. I'll put the link in the chat. If you haven't seen this story, this isn't the car chase one. This is a different one. I'll put the link in the chat. Hello, Scott's Armour. Good to see you, mate. That is that. So maybe if you get a spare 20 minutes, check out that story. It's quite a good story. I also like when junkies play 4D chess. When my mate, it was a bit of a who's zooming who. Seeking Truth says, Crack Diaries is my go-to mucker. That's going to be a 3-part series of novels. They're all sketched in, actually. Jim says, this rather explains how I find the weirdest things near the highway. Jamie and the police. Yeah, there mostly is. Hello, Bushy. Good to see you. Yeah, but you actually say something interesting there, Billy. Billy says, once a guy punches his nan to steal her jewelry, I'll disown him. And I get that. Now, this is one of the really horrible things about junk addiction, especially. You don't get those kind of choices. Those kinds of choices are taken from you. You know, the people that you end up relying on, the circle of colleagues, peers, you know, you haven't got that kind of, you know, you can't disown someone like that because you rely on them. You know, there was a bloke that would drive me to Abbey Wood almost every day, and he was one of the most unpleasant, hideous, horrible, lying, deceitful little bag of shit I've ever known. You know, I would never fraternize with him in any other situation. I disliked him. Listen to one of the things he done. One of my mates was getting married. They knew I was a junkie. They knew I was a rotten street junkie as well. And they actually invited me to their wedding. It was a proper posh do. They said, no, we've got you a seat on a table. So-and-so will be on your table. So-and-so, all old friends. And I thought, this would be lovely. but I couldn't get up there. So I said to the bloke I'm talking about, who had a motor, I said to him, I said, listen, if you can drive me to this wedding, it would have been about an hour and a half drive there, and I'd have made my own way home. I wasn't interested. I'd have been able to grab someone at the wedding to get me home or hitched it or something. But if you can just get me there, I'll give you 30 quid so you can get 3 bags. He went, yeah, all right. Morning of the wedding, I've got a whistle on, clean shirt, I've had a shave, all this, polished my boots, and I've got to get there for about midday. So 9 o'clock, his phone's not answering. 10 o'clock, he answers it. I'm like, mate, you've got to be here in about 20 minutes. He says, yeah, I'm just coming. 20 minutes, not there. Ring him. Yeah, I'm just coming. Kept that going till 11:30. And I was like, well, now I'm going to be late about an hour. And he was like, it's all right, I'm on my way. He only lived 5 minutes away on Temple Hill. And then about 12:30, he just stopped answering his phone. Missed the wedding. Of like a best mate as well. Why didn't he just? And I'll tell you why he done that, to spite me. Not because he was in any kind of problems. He done it to fuck me up. You know, why not just say I can't do it? You know, even if it's that morning, I'm not up for it. I don't want to do it. All right, and then I could have maybe hitched or something. Little Bullet says, one of Danger's best videos, the humiliating making of a modern man. It's hilarious. Yep, I do like that one as well. Is that the one with the Arsenal season ticket and my son's computer? Is that one? Anyway, not too much more of this patting on the back. Yeah, this one's got to go. Rags, do sort this one out, can you? If you wish to. It was a really horrible thing to do. So this is one of these weird things about that life. You know, you rely on people that you wouldn't give a fucking half a second of your time to in any other situation. Daffyd says, goes with the territory. Addicts don't like to be around good people. Yeah. Alan says they're all gold. Ooh, nice one, Alan. Appreciated. I don't know if Decker Hedgie has been banged up. Foot Golf's the man to answer that one. I mean, he got smashed to pieces in that fight, didn't he? And then he wanted a rematch. Why? He was gassing after the first 30 seconds and then just got jabbed into bloody submission. Next time I'll do you. No. I think the other bloke said no. I think the other blokes turned it off. Right, where are we going? I think I need a wee-wee. I'm sorry, I know it's early. Give us a second. I'll tell you what, I'll put the Christmas tree here while I'm weeing. This is the Christmas wee tree. There you go. Get under that fridge, you lizards. Oh, yeah, let it out of the sun. I hope you're all singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle. Oh, there it comes. No way, you can probably hear that. That is a jet. Not Jet from Gladiators, though, unfortunately. One of the hottest ladies ever to grace our screens. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas decorations in my absence. Almost more interesting than the stream. How dare thee? Right. Let me just. Hello, Mr. Paul. You lurking? That's all right, son. Thanks, John. I thought you were going to say good stream of wee. Let me just check for all those donations that come through while I was weeing. No. Right. So this is what I was going to say. So this stream, if I remember rightly, is called something like the response to this tyranny will be extreme freedom, something like that. And I truly believe that. And I'll tell you why I truly believe that. And I said it in the description. Because if you lose hope, you've lost. You can't win. You cannot win if you lose hope when the pressure's on. You know, think of it in any situation. I've read, probably an unhealthy amount of books. Sorry, Mad Lizzie, I'm trying to keep my voice down. I've read an unhealthy selection of books of people who've been kidnapped. You know, in the 80s, it was an early night. I think more the 80s, really. It was quite the thing for a selection of our Arabic friends to grab hold of journalists, envoys. All you heard about Terry Waite was the special envoy, Terry Waite, is still in a basement somewhere with his toes wide up to a car battery. And all of them, to a man, say that the worst thing is when you start losing hope. Because when you start losing hope, it's over. That in that situation, and this is what they all say. I'm sure some of you have read them because they were quite famous books. There was the McCarthy geezer as well. Read that one. If you lose hope, that's when you start losing your sanity in those situations. Because if you haven't got hope that you're going to survive this, that you're going to get through it, you're done for. Because what's the point? What's the point of doing anything? And if you're in that kidnap situation and you lose hope, and there's no point in doing anything, that's when you start making stupid decisions. That's when you start mouthing your captors. That's when you start trying stupid escape plans just to wind them up. Because there's no future there for you. So you just think, fuck it. You can smash me around the back of the head with the bat of your gun again. I don't care. Kill me. I'm done. You've broken me. It's over. You know, I read 02 Bravo about those couple who got captured. You know, they knew they were special forces. They were behind enemy lines. They were being tortured daily. And all of these people say the same thing. You've got to have, however small, a sense that you can overcome it. And what hope actually is, it's like a medium. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a medium of resolution where you're not going to let them do you in before you've had a chance to stand your ground even. You know, the commies have been demoralizing the West for decades. And, you know, the normies, they're demoralized. They're done with it. They don't care. They'll have these chips put in them. They'll have their 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th booster. They'll be signing up for jab 1, get jab 2 free soon. Seriously. They will be. Oh, if you have 6 over the next 5 years, we'll give you a 7th free. I've got a few things to show you about that in a minute. You know, they're demoralized. They've got no hope. They've got no understanding. They can't conceive of a better world. They can't conceive of a time when we don't have this kind of tyranny. And so you have to remain hopeful. Now, that's not to be ignorant. That's not saying, oh, it's all going to come together and we're going to be fine. You know, no, life's a struggle. But if I don't think we're going to overcome the kind of high speed, ultra catalytic tyranny that we've seen over the last few years, if I don't think there's going to be a backlash to that, why am I going to have kids? Why am I going to bring kids into a world that's going down that route? Well, because I have the hope and the optimism that it's going to change, and B, my children might be part of that change. You know, you have to maintain that. Don't let them get to you. You know, where you are right now is all right. It's actually all right now. I mean, I know we've got people struggling in the stream with addictions and illnesses and that, but just right now, it's actually all right. And I read an article the other week in Psychology Today, because, I mean, we did actually look at another article from Psychology Today on this channel that showed that in tests, people who are optimistic actually achieve more. People who are hopeful actually achieve more. People in business that hope and have faith that they're going to do well tend to do well more than people who might have more money, more expertise, more skill, because they haven't got faith in themselves. They've lost they're pessimistic about it all. You know, so it's not just like, oh, you hope it's going to work, but it's actively part of your skill set. Hope, optimism, faith is part of your skill set that will change things. You know, if you're hopeful, think about the red pilling on that. When you talk to friends, imagine being in a bar with 4 friends and they're all like, nah, the old world's gone to pot on it. It's fucked. We're fucked. And imagine you are like that. So all of you are there. It's fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. Now, are any of those people going to go home and start getting busy with a project? Are any of those people going to go home and start, you know, considering starting a family? Or any of that, you know, it's just negative. Whereas if you're the person in that group that says, we ain't fucked. No, we're not. This is a blip. Humanity has come back from worse than this many times. No, I don't think we're fucked at all. I think the fact that we can see this tyranny tells me that people are responding to it. People are saying no. And then you can start giving them examples of this happening, this happening, this happening. Only little things, but they're little nuggets. And then someone else in that little group of people might think, you know what, actually, you're right. And they might, you know, and then in an hour's time, all of you will be uplifted. You know, positive thinking in psychological terms has been proven to change the outcome of things. If you think positively, it will change the outcome of things. You know, I have seen, like I say, I've been to 20 or so rehabs in my time. And I have seen the difference between positive thinkers and negative thinkers, including myself, both of those. And it's only after like my 4th or 5th rehab where I realized the power of that thinking. I've clocked those super chats. I'll deal with them in a minute. Thank you. You know, you've got some kid in there, some 24-year-old or something, and he's like, you know, he's rattling his tits off. And people are like, are you all right? And they're like, no, fucking waste of time anyway, innit? Go through all this, what for? Shitty life, no job, no education. 4 days later, they relapse, leave the rehab center. You see someone in there in the same position, you know, jobless, homeless, no skills, no education, never worked, rattling their tits off, and you go, you all right? They're going, yeah. Every day a little bit better. Every day, just a little bit. I ain't sleeping and that, but, you know, it's been good to hear what some of you lot have been through and that, and people getting jobs and setting things up. It's been really inspiring. They're still there 8 weeks later, and 8 weeks later, they're all up and clean clothes. They're the ones who are in the rehab houses ironing their jeans. They've never ironed anything in their lives. They're actually ironing things and they're living life. And you see that. I've seen it so many times. You know, negative thinking makes a bad situation worse, and only an idiot makes a bad situation worse. Positive thinking can make a bad situation better, but it can also make a good situation better. And you know, I talk a lot about acceptance, and I talk about gratitude. Well, this paper I was reading the other night, I think it was on Psychology Today, and I do trust them. They were saying, and this is something Darren Brown has said before as well, that if you can have gratitude in one area of your life, so you might be thinking, well, I'm fucking skint, this ain't good, the coof thing ain't good, this ain't good, but I've got 2 beautiful kids, and I've raised them well, and they're doing well. And so you've got gratitude for your family, beautiful kids, beautiful wife. And, families are difficult, relationships are hard, but you've got gratitude that you've managed to hold it together. Well, studies have shown, and these aren't crappy little, we asked 2 people, these are like spread over 10, 15 year studies. Studies have shown that if you've got gratitude in one aspect of your life, you'll have gratitude for other things in your life without needing that active part that I usually talk about. You don't become accepting, you don't become grateful. You have to remind yourself that actually things ain't so bad. Actually, I have done this, I have achieved this, I have got this, I can do that. But if you do that in one aspect of your life, it will feed over into other areas of your life almost unconsciously. So I think it's really important, because demoralization is without a doubt part, think of, Thingy Bezimov. He talks about that all the way. And he's sort of saying that that period of demoralization has nearly come to an end. And with a commie administration in the USA, you can kind of get his picture. But don't let the bastards get you down. You can be angry occasionally. You can be pissed off occasionally if you see a bit of news or you hear about another ridiculous idea by the government. Okay, the initial response is negative. But don't then think negatively about it and make a bad situation worse. That is demoralization at work. And they're just piling it on, and it's all on your shoulders, and then you're an arsehole to your missus or your mister or your kids or your friends, and then that spreads like wildfire among your people and your class and your workmates, whatever. If we lose our sense of hope, if we lose our optimism, we've already lost, and we don't even know it. It's a really important thing. And I know I can be the eternal optimist, but it's because I have to be. Because I know it makes me stronger. I know it makes me get things done. I know it helps me create revenue streams. I know it helps me do YouTube streams. I know it helps me work when work has been shitting all over me for the last few months. But I remain hopeful. And I've nearly lost my business a couple of times before. And I've pulled it back from the brink before, and I'll do it again if need be. Do I know that I will? No, of course not. I can't see the future. But that's positive thinking. No, fuck it. I'll get through this. I'll find a way. Because if I don't think like that, I'm not utilizing all the skills I've got. I'm not giving myself the best chance. And I don't need to find money. I don't need to find this. I don't need to find this. I just need to think positively. I just need to have hope. I just need to be optimistic. Because if you haven't got hope, if you haven't got optimism, if you're not thinking positively, there's no middle ground. If you're not thinking all of those, you are thinking negatively. You are being pessimistic, and you have lost hope. There's not a middle. You're either positive or negative. There's no indifference when it comes to your life. For the simple reason, it's your life. You can't be indifferent to your own life. Impossible. Right, I'm just gonna circle back because I think I'll see a couple of super chats come through. 1 second, people. Bit of circling back. But remember that, people. Please remember it, because I care about you, people, and bless you, and I like you. And it's nice that we come here, and it's nice that you keep coming back here. But remember, try and catch yourself out. If something happens that's not good, on a global scale or on a local scale, and I know it's easier said than done sometimes. And I know there's people here really struggling at the moment. But Just ask yourself, am I making this better or worse by the way I'm approaching it? Am I thinking negatively? No, it's fucked. It's all over, isn't it? What's the fucking point? Because if you're at that stage, that's you doing that. You making it worse. You know, there's a difference between things you can control and things you can't control. Things you can change and things you can't change. Once you've accepted the things you can't change and identified things you can change, it's time to get busy and it's time to remain hopeful. And if they take that away from you, they've got you. They've got you by the bollocks or by the labia, to be inclusive. All right, hang on a second. It's good to see you lot talking so much as well. Nice one, Bullet. Have you seen a video called Quarantine Challenge 2K20 by an uploader called Michael and Ali Hoffman? It's a girl dancing with her dad, tame but funny. I haven't. Bullet, send me the link and I'll put it in the next show. But I haven't seen it. I've got a load of clips to get through and I've already been rabbling for an hour and I want to get on with my novel tonight. But send me the link. Hello, Mark Toomey. Good to see you. Hello, Celtic. Nice to see you, mate. When you give junkies a place to crash, they sneak out with your stuff when they leave. Yeah, I've stayed at loads of people's houses and robbed them blind. Yeah. Absolutely. Shocking. Anglo-Saxon, nice one. Watched your video. Oh, no, we've been there. I'm going to just have it again. Oh, you watched my video about the car chase. I've been in similar circumstances. Just having it again. Hang on a minute, people. Sorry. I can't miss super chat, so it's rude. You missed one of mine. Is that the one that I just read out, little Bullet? Have I missed one of yours? Good Lord, what's going on here? What, have I still missed one of yours? I haven't, have I? Was that one you just sent me with the link? Leaden, I'm on yours now, so don't think I missed that. Thanks for using Entre. Chino Capricci Tutani. It was so funny on Substack when someone said, really enjoyed that. Mucho Capricci Tutti. Tickled me pink. Nice one, Leaden. Dropped a 10-bit in. On this day in 1808, Beethoven's 5th and 6th symphonies premiered together in Vienna. Music which represents triumph in the face of adversity. Look at that. I bet Beethoven was absolutely fucking, excuse the language, made up to premiere 2 symphonies on the same day. And, you know, good Lord, has that music stood the test of time. Beethoven's incredible, isn't it? Nice one, Leaden. Thanks for the 10-bit. And people, if you haven't checked out Beethoven or any of his symphonies, play them, you'll know them. You'll know them because they've been woven into the very fabric of European culture. You'll recognize them. If not all of them, without a doubt, certain parts. All right, where are we going? I've got to put the fan back on. I'm getting... Hello, Tito. Good to see you, son. Fan on, fan off. Fan off. Fanafly. 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 I'm just saying Fanafly now. That's content, is it? All right, Tito. Hello, history bro. That's right. That was Terry Waits. That was in the book as well. Grego's on the firm. What did I call it? History 50 or something. What did I call it? Hello, Philip. Did you get my email about the patents? It's quite interesting, actually. I think you'll appreciate what I replied to you. Make you laugh a bit. All right. Where are we going? Where's these? Because the danger gene wants to live, or because he wants to live. Either way, I like it. Hello, Mike. Good to see your son. Hello, Crosshatch. Marzipan's on the firm. Anglo-Saxon, neo-Soviets in Russia. communism in the USA. They want to demoralize our people. Yeah, absolutely. And they're on it. They're doing well, but it's so blatant, so obvious. It's almost funny that I guarantee this. I guarantee it. There's no way of proving it at this stage in history. But the Chinese and the neo-Soviets will be looking at America and thinking, come on, you fucking idiots. You can't just do it. You can't be this brazen. Just hold it down a bit. Don't, it's easy to do communism, but, you've got to lie a bit more. I reckon they're a bit gutted because they can see the American people going, fuck this. I imagine the neo-Soviets and the Chinese are thinking this is going to be an opportunity missed because they can see this. They can see that pendulum swinging all the way back the other way. Well, America will be a hard right, whatever that means, very soon. Nice one, Anglo. Appreciated. Oh, Mr. Natras, thanks for the 10-bit. Losing hope is a killer. Special forces really test that mental strength. Anyway, Chris, have this and all the best to the scrubs. Nice one, Mr. Natras. Yeah, you can't afford to lose hope. It's literally a killer. And that can be in terms of your life. It can be in terms of, there's studies that people with terminal illnesses who have got like a 90% chance of dying, and the people who ain't having it, they refuse to accept it, have increased their chances of survival. The body and mind, it's a very metaphysical thing to separate those two. That's fucking what? 16th, 17th century French metaphysics, all that mind-body distinction. Thank you, Mr. Natras. Great point. I think we're done there. Right, hang on. Let me just get through the rest of the chat. Oh, Hayden. If you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Nailed it. That, Hayden, is superb. Is that yours? Not saying it isn't, but that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Nice one, Hayden. Just checking over there. Chris. Oh, I did miss one of Lil Bullets, but I think that's a newer one. Oh, hang on. Hello, Shane. Nice to see you, mate. They're all turning back here. Look, King Corona. Notice I was circling back. I think that's a new one. Oh, hang on. Human Con. Hello, mate. New in these parts, or have you been lurking? Rags. I think that one's got to go as well. William Runner says the Mandom song. Where are we going? Hang on. I think there's a couple more. Good Lord, miles away. Absolutely. Strauss second. Tritch Tratch Polka. Little bit more advice on the old classical. Well, this is this is European music. After Bach well-tempered the clavier and tonality was upon us, they fucking went mad with it. It was no longer white or black notes. It was, you can mix them up a little bit. You can mix them up. Thank you, Lil Bullet. Appreciate Cuckoo. That was exactly the man I was talking about. Exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. It's madness, isn't it? It's madness. I think therefore I am. No, you got it so around your neck, mate. You've got it so around your neck. Hello, Jens. Oh, yeah, listen to this, people. So you remember Jens? He had an opiate problem that came from a doctor giving him medication and then going, we're going to stop that now. So he had to sort out his own medication, rattled it like a beast, by the way, just like a beast. And I asked him, we had a Skype, and I've just been checking up on him because I know what it's like when you're in that period. And he got back to me today. He sent me a lovely long message telling me how it's all done well. Thanked me for the help. That's fine, but you done the heavy lifting and you know it. And then he went, here's a little video. And it was a little video of his dog and his missus, right? Fucking hell, man, his missus. I mean, Jesus. She's a 10 out of 10 bird. Absolutely beautiful. I was just watching it going, thanks. And I know that he knows that. I know that he went, I'm going to send a little video of my dog to Chris. He went, oh, love, why don't you just sort of play with the dog? Here's a little video of my missus to show Chris. 100%. I can't even remember what dog it was, to be honest with you. I was just going, are you joking? You're banging that, are you? Yeah, you should get clean and all, you cheeky bastard. you can't be missing out on that kind of lark. Hello, Manny Moo. Anyway, nice to see you, Jens. An absolute hero of mine at the moment. It comes from Anthony Robbins. Not my favourite inspirational speaker, but that's a cracking line. An absolute cracker. Otto's on the firm as well. Hair in the gates in here. Lovely, lovely. Rags, are you here? Maybe you're not. But if you are, that one can go. Maybe I'll do it. Let me see if I can do it, people. I just have to hop over here and find out where he is. But it all gets a bit tricky because it's about an hour behind. Vincent Griffin is on the firm. Nice to see you, son. How am I meant to find that? Woodlander's here. Nice to see you. Who is that little bastard? Oh, sorted. Thanks, Rex. Job done. Nice one, Rags. Wagner, for me, he was a musical genius and he loved his people. Yeah, there's a few people out there that really love Wagner as well. Some very famous historical figures who had a thing for Wagner. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a real Sarti fan. For me, Sarti is the spiritualized of classical music. I love it. I like Mozart as well. I have to say, I'm a real fan of Mozart. Nice one, Anglo, for the donation. Ledden, did I actually thank you for your donation? Oh, excuse me. Good lordy, lordy. Right, the show's going to start very shortly. If you're new here, hold on, you're going to do a short one. It's 12:15 already. I've got to get on with my novel. Got to do some work on that tonight. Right, let's get a move on. We'll have a little look at this. Otherwise, I'll have to sort out another splendid chat. Critty, great vid. So lonely here in Twitch. No chat. Oh, ain't Jay's over there. Thank you, Critty. Hello, Otto. Good to see you, man. Right, okay. I can put that. No, I can't put that. Flammadiddle likes a bit of host. Oh, there you go. Hello, Aramas. How lovely. Well, Vincent Griffin's over there, Chris. Right, where are we going? Hello, there are 4 lights. They're all turning up now, aren't they? Right, anyway, no J's. What the hell is going on? Tito says Twitch is the Brighton of Scrubs. Right, okay. Baz says that Johann Sebastian Bach is the summit. Each to their own, innit? Each to their own. But Twitch is the Brighton of Scrubs. Right, I want you to have a look at this. Have a little look at this. I think this might have come from Jack London, actually. Hang on a minute. This is amazing. Before I put this up, this came from Russia Today, RT, right? We all know RT News, yeah? And there's a follow-up story to this. So have a look at this. Right, so I'll make the lettering a bit bigger. Hang on if I can. Austrian city seeks bounty hunters to pursue and fine the unwaxed, we'll say. Okay. Hello, Delta Ray Studios Trois. You new in these parts? Nice to see you. Always a pleasure. Twice a day streaming. A city in Austria is looking for employees who will be tasked with enforcing fines against those unwilling to get the whoops-a-daisy. Didn't I say this? Didn't I call it? There'll be families hiding in basements. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Now they're offering work. It's paid work, people. This is a job. The recruitment drive comes weeks ahead of sweeping mandate in the European country. Successful candidates will be issuing penalties, processing appeals, and taking measures against those who fail to shell out their fine for being The job ad for the city of Linz says the opening line of the job will suit those who, quote, take pleasure in working with legislation and administrative procedures, with a starting salary from $3,126 a month. And I tell you what, you know as well as I do, there'll be people queuing up for that job. There'll be people queuing up for that job. The bastards, yeah, go on, give me the job. Do I get a cattle prod? Do I get a cattle prod? Do I get a weapon? Now, there's a little bit more to that story. Let me just find the right clip and it will blow the mind. Oh, don't tell me I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, I'll check this out. So on the back of that, right, have a look at this. Real Vincent Griffin says, why don't Twitch chats show on YouTube anymore? Well, I've just seen that one. I don't know. Maybe it's something YouTube are doing because they don't like Twitch. Can anyone see that comment on YouTube that I've just put on the screen? Can they see it in the chat? That's a bit weird, isn't it? The bastards. I haven't even done the grift yet. Let me get the grift sorted quickly and then I'll show you the next bit of this story. Right. Hello. Mr. Natras says Linz is doomed. Austrian painter lived there. Probably listening to Wagner. Yeah, and they're basically going to be bailiffs. First, it will be, have you got it? And if it's no, well, we're taking your stuff. Lovely. Right, hello. This is how you can support this channel financially. You can become a member of the channel where you get private streams. That's the top link in the description. They're a good laugh. We just get everyone, well, as many people as we can on the screen. Sometimes there's about 8 of us. You also get access to loads of other badges. Badges now, members. It's a cool way of supporting the channel because it's like a pay monthly thing. And for me, that's handy because I know that money will be there at the end of the month. So I can actually plan knowing that that money's coming. Also, super chat. That's a $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. That's nice. If you want to donate, but you don't want to give anything to YouTube, you can use Entropy. The Entropy link is, what is happening here? The Entropy link is in the description, but I'm just about to pinner to the top of the YouTube chat. If someone could confirm that the Entropy link is up there, that's good. This isn't my full-time job, although it fucking feels like it. I swear I only stopped streaming a couple of hours ago. But I do too, like between 3 and 6 hours a day streaming. And I do put a lot of time, effort, passion and research into it. So your donations are much appreciated. And I have to say you're a generous bunch. So thank you very much. And without those donations, that's got to go, Rags, if you don't mind. Without the donations, I wouldn't be able to justify spending this much time streaming because I'd be working, which earns money. So there you go. So we just saw that ad. We just saw that report from RT News, which is used to be Russia Today, and it's been shortened to RT. They've done a bit of rebranding. And they're as a legacy media channel, they're quite happy to sow a bit of discontent in the West because they're Russian. But it puts you in a kind of a strange position because you do want to hear the news that a lot of Western media won't touch. And then check out this little thing I found. Berlin forces EU satellite operator to take RT's German TV broadcast off air. What? What? Just censorship? No, you're in this free market that we bang on about when they praise the EU. You can't have your channel because you say the wrong things. They've Germany has just said, shut up, you lot, you're not coming here anymore. Incredible, and probably against the law. So here we go. I won't read all of it, but you'll get the idea. European satellite operator SUBSTACK has removed the 24-hour German language RTDE channel from its platform under pressure from Berlin. Russia today has called the move illegal. German media regulator MAB, here we go, make the Germans laugh, ready? German media regulator MABB, Medienanstalt Berlin-Brandenburg, has forced European service SUBSTACK to remove the broadcast of Russia Today's new Moscow-based German language channel RTDE from its 9B satellite on Wednesday. It is inappropriate for the German regulator MAB to overreach and ignore the European Convention on Transfrontier Television. Now that's the interesting line. It is inappropriate for them to ignore the European Convention on Transfrontier Television. So what you've got here is globalists not wanting globalization when it hurts them. Because hang on a minute, there's a regulation there. There's the European Convention on Transfrontier Television, which was obviously put in place so that people can send their news all around the world. That's globalism. But no, not when there's good globalism and there's bad globalism. We believe, hang on, I'll put it back up for you. We believe this amounts to illegal pressure and are confident this action will be redressed by the courts. We will be seeking all possible remedies against the German regulator, and our audience can continue to access our content across multiple platforms. Bye. Shut them down. Shut them down. I mean, it's getting somewhere when they're shutting down the likes of RT, isn't it? No. 24-hour German-speaking channel. No, because we run the propaganda in this nation. Oh, you've got like a national idea, have you? I thought you were a globalist, so I thought it was all one world. I mean, what's the problem with different cultures and different opinions getting mixed up into the German machine? Oh, you don't like that, no? Have a look around you dopey bastards. Where are we going? Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. Anglo-Saxon drops a lady. Cold hard steel. I prefer cold hard cash. Merry Christmas to you and all the scrubs everywhere. Hi. Merry Christmas to you, Anglo. Thanks for that donation. Very generous. Marciano prosciutto tutu. Isn't it crazy? Isn't that crazy? Now, earlier today, someone was 3 years off the Oxys, and I think he'd lost I think he'd left before we celebrated it. Hello, Isaac. Good to see you. Hello, Planet X. Who was it this morning who was 3 years off the Oxys? It was Loki. There you go. Loki, are you about, mate? I think you'd done the off. Yes, Ledden, it was. I think you've done the off. I don't think he's here, is he? I don't remember saying hello to him. Well, Loki, if you watch this back this morning, LOLC 350, this morning we all put a 3 in the chat for you. So that's an amazing bit of work you've done there, mate. Absolutely incredible. Lindsay spiritualized with the trademark sign. Attention to detail. Lindsay, don't worry, people. The show is about to start. Lindsay says this. Let's have a look at this. Lindsay says, Lindsay, thank you, Lindsay, for the donation. I'm going to donate 200 quid via Entropy over the next 10 days. Consider it my annual subscription to your channel. Could I ask some simple questions about your music taste in exchange for this donation? That's a bit cheeky. What, via email or live, like here? How do you want to do it? I'm a little bit concerned about that. You know my music taste. I listen to about 2 bands. Although I have been listening to Mum a lot lately. I do like Mum. That's very nice of you to be dropping 200 bonding. I think you mentioned it before, but that's a lot of money, you know. Be sure. Hello, Ben. Hello, No Cap Popeye. I'm sure you can. I don't usually like super chats with requests because, you know, where does that end? Can we do it by email and I'll read it out via email rather than doing it here? Or when you make the donation, put the questions in. Yeah, that's the deal. I'll hold you to that, Lindsay. Insane though, eh? Thank you, Lindsay. Right, where are we going? Mad Lizzie, am I still shouting? Do you still keep up with Leo Curse? He did a good chat about sports personalities. About sport personalities was spot on. I haven't spoken to Leo for a long while, but I don't think he'd have a problem with me. Not like Konstantin Kissinger. And you saved my life. I can't even remember his fucking name. Francis. I think me and Leo would be all right. I think he gets most of what I say. Nice bloke, Leo, I have to say, and done really well. Leo gave up a very good job in something like British Aerospace, you know, had his own pad to be a full-time comedian. And I'll be honest with you, he wasn't that good. When I heard that, I was like, oh, good luck. Ended up living in a house full of like students because he had no money. But he's put the work in. He got a decent agent and he's slowly climbing the ladder. So fair play to him. Mr. MF, thank you, Mad Lizzie, for that donation. Mr. MF says, Danger's favourite is Alice in Chains. That's it. Danger's favourite is Spiritualised, and that's it. I like a bit of Leonard Cohen. I like a bit of Spiritualised. I like Spaceman 3. I like Mum. I do actually listen to a lot of different things. I've been listening to a lot of Eric Satie lately. When I'm writing, I can't listen to lyric music because it's just, well, I copy it. I think, oh, that's a good line. Thank you, Mad Lizzie, for that donation. Mr. Natras drops a score in. Thank you, Graham. I have to say, very obvious yet scary how people are following these insane rules. And believe me, I am falling foul of any friends and family. If somebody told me New Zealand would be destroyed by an horse, I would be worried. Are you that lost me halfway through? Oh yeah, the giggling equine. Apologies, took me a while to link that up, but I got there. Yeah, no, it's a weird thing, New Zealand and Australia, of course. You know, I think there's like a league table at the moment. You've got Australia at the top, New Zealand second, Austria, Germany, England. Something links all those places. I can't think what it is. Thank you, Graham. That's very kind of you. On top of that other one you already donated. But Lindsay, Rags. Chris, the PM is a horse. No, I remember the other day. Right, foot golf. Someone asked a question earlier, and I said, you're the man to answer. Football fans now banned from stadiums in Wales, yet Swans fans can travel to England to watch games. Coof logic. That, yeah. I mean, you know, the only logic, I have to be a little bit careful. The only logic here is compliance. That's the only coherent and the only consistent thing here is screwing up your lives, getting control of you, and damaging your incomes. That's the only consistency I've noticed. So, foot golf. Is Decca Hedgie been locked up? Is he inside? Is he doing porridge? Has Decca got a bit of bird? That's what someone asked. I said, you'll be the man to go to. So let us know. If you don't know, people, Foot Golf's got a channel where he's doing podcast wars, and very funny they are too. Right, where are we now? So I want to show you something. Thank you, Lindsay, for that donation, and we'll sort something out there, I'm sure. I'm sure you're a nice enough person to not make it a snide thing, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. Look, he was arrested. He's out now. Okay. Nightclub shut down for New Year's Eve. They must be fuming. Nuts, innit? Absolute nuts. Why? Why are they? Why? They're not here. They're not here. I tried to book me and the missus into a Sky Bar, you know, a bar at the top of a like high rise, you know, block of flats, 70s, multi-story car park, skyscraper for Christmas. And they went, nah. They said, we got no room left. We're overbooked as it is. It's fucking lovely out here. I don't say that to rub it in. I say that because there's other ways of dealing with these things. You can exploit it and fuck everyone up, or you can do something else. Perhaps in Minecraft, armed police searched Decca Hedges' mums for a gun. He's been a bit vague about why he was nicked. He's taken a break from YouTube, apparently. Yeah, once the old Bill was searching your mother's house for a shooter, it's probably time to get out of the public eye. Fans got to go off again. I got a bit warm. I got a bit cold. My girlfriend's just told me she's going to sleep. I've got to call her. I can't have her sleeping. She got a bit pissy with me earlier, so I forgot to ring her back after the first YouTube stream. And she rang me to say, why didn't you call me back? And I said, I've got to go. I'm streaming. And she was like, she wasn't. She's lovely. But I've got to just give her a quick call. I mean, it's regular on this channel for calling the missus, isn't it? But I've got a funny feeling you might be able to hear the conversation. I'll ring her up on the phone because she can be a bit prone to be a bit sensual. Restaurants can do tables of 6, but 7 is illegal. Hello, my love. I'm making a video, but I thought I'd call you. You said you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, darling. You get some sleep. I love you very much. And I think you're the most beautiful and lovely woman in the whole world.
Thank you very much.
All right, darling. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, darling. Bye. Oh, see that big, beautiful smile of hers. Lit up her face and lit up mine too. Lip up, fatty, fatty, lip up, fatty, fatty, reggae. Oof, oof, oof. Don't forget to tell people you love him. Rags, do you want to bung that one into the bin as well? Hello, watching the telly. How are you, son? Under the thumb. Oh, say it like that. Hello, my love. Nah, if it's your girlfriend, you've got to love her. You know, when we go out, every fucker's staring at her. And I'm all right with that. I quite like it. Yep, got a hot bird. But if you don't love them, someone else will. Hello, Westo. I had my formal meeting letter today from the ambulance service. Oh, no. Will you come in and talk to us, and will you bring your passport and cards? Awful. That's what you need. That's what you need in a pandemic, isn't it? Laying off paramedics. It's so bad. We're laying off paramedics. Good Lord. Basil 40. Chris, have you heard about Novak Djokovic? No? Tell me, Basil. Hello, Basil. You new around here? Hello, the Rube. Dangerfield, have you seen the clip of Trudeau stating we are suspending democracy? I nearly did, but I didn't actually get it up. Oi, steady. Boom. I saw it and I thought, I can't be doing with Trudeau again. But I didn't know that's what he was saying. So I will get it now. I just thought it'd be him muffling about feminism or something. Is it the one he's just said live? Because it's live everywhere. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, maybe I didn't see it. Rags, if you can dig that out and put it in my Telegram, that would be handy. But I saw it earlier. What channel is it on? Memology or something? Come on, Gaffney. You know what? You don't tell your missus that she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Well, maybe your missus isn't the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean, I just tell the truth, you know. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Jays. There was people moaning that you weren't over in Twitch a while ago. You're a bit famous over there. Up to number 4 in Israel. How's it going for them? They're fucked, aren't they? It's ridiculous. Alan doesn't get the trolls. Do they not have a life? Well, that fella is advertising. I mean, it's whoever. Oh, I wonder what that is that I haven't even got a clue what it's from. I'll just click on it. It's crazy. But the trolls, it's not a life they haven't got. It's a virginity they have got. So, you know. Jurgen Klopp isn't going to sign. You can read the rest of that yourself. It's all right, Rags. It's not very... it's just that one with the brackets and the full stop. You know, it's like a link, but it's not very trolly, so it's not too much of a problem. That's exactly how it should be, Mr. Palmer. There are 4 lights said, my mum's the most beautiful woman in the world, apart from Bruce Jenner. Nah, man, I smother my missus in compliments because when I see her face light up and I know the life she's had, I just think, wicked. Easy for me to say that because I believe it as well. But easy for me to say that. Makes her day and then it makes my day. So everyone's happy. Check this out, right? Lovely little article I found here. Now, when you read the headline, you're going to think, that's all right. That's how nice of that, right? But then remember the times in which we live and where it rapidly goes. Check this out. This is from the Telegraph Online. Rough sleepers offered accommodation and to protect them from omnic, right? So they're rough sleeper offered accommodation. I mean, you'd have thought they'd have offered them accommodation long before this, surely, but no. Okay, I suppose that's sort of all right. And then you get down a bit further. There's a picture of someone with some bags. The homeless population has been especially hit hard by a coof, with 1 in 50 deaths among this group related to oof. Yeah, honestly, the homeless population have got septicemia. They don't eat anything. They're alcoholics. You know, not all of them, but 99% of the ones I met are sick as fuck. This is that, and you'll all know what I mean. This is the old with or of. With or of. Like the heroin overdoses. Oh, another heroin. It's very hard to overdose on smack. Oh, but he was on it when he died. Oh, okay, we'll put it down to that then, because it's better than booze. The booze lobby doesn't like it. He's been drinking 20 pints a day for 30 years, spiked one up and died. It must be the skag. Anyway, you know where this is going already, didn't you? Rough sleepers will be offered accommodation and encouraged to get a vaccine this winter. We can miss all this bullshit. The government hopes that offering accommodation post-accident will improve uptake, as some rough sleepers are hesitant about side effects when living on the streets. So there you go. You know what that is. No, we're offering accommodation to the homeless. If it's amazing, isn't it? Why couldn't they have given them accommodation a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Yeah, why not? Well, they've got the money now. It's weird they've got the money now. You'd have thought they've been skint the government of all the money they've been coughing out and giving to the likes of Pfizer. But now they found the money, but you've got to have that. You can't. They're not offering. I'll put the link in. They're not offering it if you don't get it. You've got to get it, and then they say, "Oh, now you can. Now we can talk about perhaps getting you a roof over your head." Can you believe how low is that? All right, in the junk world, the lowest of the low are the vultures. This is what the vultures do. They hang around near the dealers. They just sort of hang around. And when they see a couple of homeless people with their sleeping bags over their back and all their faces falling off, buying a couple of bags with like 5 hours begging money, paying the dealer in like 2p's, as they walk off, these little cunts, these vultures, they just get on the homeless bloke, you know, up against the wall. Give us your fucking gear. That's shit. That is low. Much like that. Oi, freezing cold homeless person with septicemia, heart disease, hepatitis C, God knows what else. Do you want somewhere to sleep? Oh, nice one, Governor. I nearly died last night. Yeah, no worries. Just, if you just like to get your tawny out. What? Hang on. Ah! Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help. Right, a slight jump, a slight jolt. We'll stick with the coof here a little bit. This is from John Talks, right? It's only about 40 seconds long. This video is called "So Now You Tell Us." Have a listen to this. Actually, I'm going to need an audio check. Let me know you can hear this.
Well, I do not think.
I know you couldn't hear that. You could, but you could hear it through the microphone. And that tain't how it's meant to be. It should have been through this. Right, let me know if you can hear this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The second time. Ah, bollocks. I don't know whether you're talking about the first one or the second one. Right, I'm going to play a different bit so that we know that you can hear it. Right, did you say requires proof of you? Okay, now what's going on here? No audio. Right, this should be all right now. I'm just gonna risk it. Yes, Baz, awful. Right, let me know if you can hear this one. Right, no one else say no. No one else say no. It won't help. Hello, Rob. Good to see you. Let me know if you can hear this. Ready?
Well, I do not think that mayor.
I do not think. If you heard that, put think in the chat. Look at number one Audrey Hepburn fan. I'm guessing you're way back, but no, number one Audrey Hepburn fan says hope costs nothing and is a most valuable gift to give. Beautiful. Right, here we go. So check this out. This is called So Now You Tell Us, which is important. Here we go.
Well, I do not think that Mayor de Blasio should be canceling the New York City event because it requires proof of vaccination and it's outdoors. We should be keeping the events that are safe and also the events that have fun for people too. We can't be canceling everything, especially if we're going to be living with COVID for the foreseeable future. I would say that if you choose to go, make sure that you're vaccinated and boosted. Make sure that you're wearing a mask, even though it's outdoors. If there are lots of people packed around you, wearing a 3-ply surgical mask. Don't wear a cloth mask. Cloth masks are little more than facial decorations.
What did you say?
Cloth masks are little more than facial decorations.
Cloth masks are little more than facial decorations. Well, I do not think that Mayor de Blasio...
just change, just make something else up. Got anything else you just want to change? Just make something else up. Next year, well, 3-ply masks are nothing but decoration. It's I don't know. I don't know what to say anyway. You know what? Well, soon it'll be space helmets. I mean, out here it's been quite the fashion to wear masks for years, so it hasn't really been an issue for them. But weirdly and interestingly, I've seen less people wearing them since all this has happened. I think people like making choices. Weird, isn't it? Weird about humans. Right. This is something else, but this is a change of topic. But strap yourselves in for this one because what can I say? This is from Memology 101, right? What can I say to prepare you? Ah, fuck it. Just. This is why I believe in hope. This is why I think normies want their lives back. This is why the transparency of evil is what's going to be our savior. This is why this stuff is happening so fast because they know they haven't got a lot of time. They know that people aren't going to tolerate much more of this. I think it's already about to collapse. I really do. And yeah, have a look at this. Mind blowing. So before we go there, so remember in America we had the Parent and Teachers Association. The bloke's daughter was raped. They covered it up. A boy in a dress went in the girls' toilet and raped her. The school covered it up. The FBI turned up. The police handcuffed him and dragged him to the floor when he said, "You're lying." The kid who done the rape went to another school, put another dress on, went and raped another girl. Yeah, it's all going well. Biden et al., Attorney General, signed off a letter putting the FBI into schools because of domestic terrorism. What? Hang on. What? Parents saying they don't want their kids taught communism? That's terrorism now. Well, in a way, it is actually against communism. That's the only problem. And so on the back of all that, we don't want critical race theory. We don't want your crappy communist ideas. We don't want you telling black kids that they're oppressed. We don't want you telling white kids they're oppressors. We want you to teach them things. After all of that stuff has happened this year, check this out.
In regard to BIPOC teachers, specifically when you consider that at MAPS, fewer than 4% or approximately 4% of our licensed staff are BIPOC. Supporting them through affinity groups, through direct mentoring is a strategy that's recommended by the state. And the language in the statute that is recommended for the policy is directly from statute 122A70, with the intention of supporting individuals who may be of a protected class through those recommendations and strategies that are defined in statute.
So I've had some conversations with some folks that work in our district, specifically those that would be a part of the BIPOC community. And I want to make a comment on some of the things that we've been hearing, specifically related to this whole idea of that we'd be segregating them. They feel isolated when they're alone. When you're one of a majority, it can be very isolating and lonely. To have a support system in place for them is not to segregate them. It is absolutely to support them. And my biggest fear is that we are going to lose talent because of the feeling of being unsupported by those within our district. It's not about trying to throw, the few individuals we have into one building. It's about showing them that they aren't alone. And I think unless you've been in those shoes and have experienced that, I think we need to trust our staff and that they're saying that they're not feeling supported.
A little less than 4% as far as teacher professionals of color in the district, correct?
Correct.
And just to reiterate something else, I think we've had conversations in our policy committee, just so the public knows that our current students of color in the district represents around what number?
Last I checked, around 28%.
Yeah. So it's just good to also be able to diversify our workforce so that way we could have more perspectives being brought in to represent the diverse populations that we serve.
All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? No, thank you.
And that, my friends, is the kicker. Yeah, read it and weep. because of inclusivity, because of equity, because of equality, they're looking in this draft thing, this policy that's been approved. You just saw them vote for it. There's extra pay to non-white teachers only. Can you imagine? They make up 4% of teachers. Can you imagine? Imagine what kind of atmosphere that makes in that school. Oh, you're getting paid more than me now because of the color of your skin, right? Yeah. Okay. And what's that for again? Equality. Oh no, you've changed it from equality to equity because equity has got a financial reference, hasn't it? A financial connotation. So now there's a financial equality, right? Right, where you get more money because of the color of your skin. Yeah. Okay. It's just where do you go with it? Where do you go with that? Thanks for the more money. A couple of super chats. The show's going to start in a minute, people. If you're new here, don't worry. It does actually get going in a minute. It doesn't. Oh, also, if you are new in these parts, I've got a Substack. I'm a writer. And some of my stories have now had over 6,000 views. Link in the description. It's called Substack. It's a very, it's a almost no censorship. If it's not illegal, they don't censor it. It's a great new writing platform. There's not only fiction on there, there's all sorts of stuff on there. If you can write it, it's on there. Mine is autobiographical fiction. It's stuff I write about things I've got up to in my hideous life. I'll never monetize it. My last but one story had nearly 2,000 views in the first 24 hours. So do us a favor. If you want to support this channel, sign up to my Substack. There's about 14 stories in the archive. If you subscribe, any new ones I write will be emailed directly to you. And thank you, everyone who's been reading them. And thank you for leaving comments. Leaving comments really helps me. But if you're into reading, they're only short stories. Some of them are like 10,000 words. The last one I've done is 900. That really helps me, and you might enjoy it. They've been getting cracking reviews, really cracking. I've had 4 people unsubscribe out of about now 4,000 subscribers. So lovely. It's going pretty well. That would help me out no end. A couple of entrepreneurs. Mr. MF said, these jab mandates I've barely avoided in New York have the effect of causing old white male engineers to quit. Coincidence in our SJW corporate culture? No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think even in the example of what we just looked at in the school board, people will just start leaving that work. People will start leaving that profession. It won't be as, what young white person is going to think, I'm going to go into teaching where people of color get paid more than me. This is the communist administration. And what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? You put that alongside affirmative action. I told you this the other day. They give BIPOCs, I suppose we can use that now, affirmative action to get them into the likes of Stanford and Yale and all the Ivy League crowd. They get them in. Some of these people can't read or write English in Ivy League universities. So no, get in, get your student grant, so you're $60,000, $70,000 in debt. And when it comes to the end of term exams, because they can't pass you if you can't pass your exam, if your dissertation doesn't mean anything, Harvard can't be putting people out to go to interviews to be like nuclear scientists or, surgeons or whatever if they aren't up to scratch. And they ain't up to scratch because they got into that uni using affirmative action. So many of these affirmative action cases, not all of them, but many, the numbers are out there, go and have a look, they fail. So thanks for the 3 years at Harvard. I failed the course. And now I owe a load of money. Thanks. Fucking madness. Lindsay, thank you, Mr. MF, for that lady Godiva. Lindsay said, today's solitary music question. Chris, what is your favourite Spaceman 3 album of all time? Easy peasy, chocolate squeezy, Playing with Fire. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Playing with Fire. I know it's also their most sort of polished and produced, but come on, man. Honey is just beautiful. Lord, can you hear me? Original recording. Oh, gosh. Although reoccurring's up there. No, I'm in all sorts of trouble. No, it's Playing with Fire. It's Playing with Fire. Thank you, Lindsay. It is definitely Playing with Fire. Has that disappointed you? Did you think it was going to... Because there are, for people who don't know, Spaceman 3 was run by Pete Kember and Jason Pierce. Jason Pierce went on to be one of the most, spiritualized are huge. They're kind of under the radar, but huge. And they went on to make such classics as Songs in A&E, Ladies and Gentlemen, We're Floating in Space, Laser Guided Melodies. The latest one is my favorite, Spiritualized, without a doubt, and Nothing Hurt, which is the second half of a Vonnegut quote, everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. And I referenced that in my novel last night, nothing was beautiful and everything hurt, I put, which is a deliberate reference to a pop cultural artifact. But Spaceman 3 are really weird. 2 studio albums and a load of demos. You know, some of their albums, like Making Music to Take Drugs to Make Music Too, is, you know, it sounds like they recorded it with a microphone hanging down in the middle of the room. For all the fucked up children of the world, we give you Spaceman 3, much the same. And yet, Spaceman 3 are one of the sort of most loved bands in the English 1980s pop scene. Quite incredible, really. They've been offered millions. There's rumors that they were offered 3 million. 3 million. Spaceman 3, you know, they used to play to venues of like 7 people. They've been offered a few mil to get back together, but Pete Kemper and Jason Pierce, they ain't getting back together. And I've heard people say to me, yeah, but they might do it when they're a bit older. Jason Pierce is like, what, 54 now, Lindsay? 56? Anyway, moving on. Look at the time. Good Lord, it's 1 o'clock. I've got a novel to write, you bastards. So we had that bird a minute ago saying about that face is basically a face furniture or something. Here's a bit of salty cracker talking about much the same thing. Check it out.
And the best way for me to prevent getting an infectious disease and having to have you as my doctor is what? Wearing a mask.
No.
You do that. If somebody's, I can see they're ready to sneeze or cough, walk away.
You avoid all the paranoid aspects and do something positive.
So if you have a physical covering with one layer, you put another layer on, it just makes common sense that it likely would be more effective. And that's the reason why you see people either double masking or
many months later.
Make sure that you're wearing a mask, even though afterwards, if there are lots of people packed around you, wearing a 3-ply surgical mask. Don't wear a cloth mask. Cloth masks are little more than facial decorations.
Well, lads, pour one out for all of the angry feminist lefty losers who work at all of the Ministry of Truth establishments. Yep, I'm talking about Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and the rest of the ilk that are acting as information gatekeepers because, of course, the rules, boys, are constantly and consistently changing. Imagine working for one of these outlets and you're already hyper confused. You don't even fucking know which sexuality you are at the current moment. But now, on top of all of this, the rules for the goofiness information is constantly changing. What are the
And that's all you really need to hear, and we already know that, and it's insane. I mean, what I think it was, what was it, Thingy Jordan in the House going, when did Fauci get elected? When was that election? How has he got this job? What's his job? Who is he? just make it up as you go along. Just make it up. Are they selling? Yeah. What about the other things? Are they selling? Yeah. How much are they making? Yeah, good. Keep going, keep peddling it. Lobby, pay, pay. Madness. Someone said, what exactly is a Substack? Do you really not know? It's like a blogging site, but there's no, because they don't make money from advertising. There's no censorship. If it's not illegal, you can say it. It's really good. It's worth getting over there and having a browse about because there's loads of really interesting stuff on there, especially mine. Link in the description. Sign up. Do us a favor. It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, where will we? There he is. Right, people, get that 3 in the chat. Get that 3 in the chat. Loki, we done it this morning, but you'd already jumped ship. This lad is 3 years off of OxyContin, and I'm telling you, that is one motherfucker of a rattle. That's not easy, and I mean it. That is a nightmare, and so well done, Loki. Really, a big Spaceman 3 in the chat for Loki. We already done this morning, but I don't think you were here, and I think you need to see the support because that's amazing. Well done, mate. Very, very proud of you. Congratulations for reclaiming your future. I have every faith that there will be a load of 3s in that chat any minute now. There you go. Never heard of Spaceman 3. Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a weird one. There's another one, yeah. But it's not everyone's cup of tea. Cat Squatch loves that shoegaze type stuff. They are classics. I don't think anyone in America will have heard of Spaceman 3. Yeah, but Spiritualized, no, they're classics without a doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, We're Floating in Space is a classic. Hello, Robert. Yes, which is amazing. And have you heard they've re-recorded, well, it's only one bloke really, with all he gets musicians in, but they re-recorded the bridge song and it's fucking great. But as Lindsay pointed out to me, I know the bird who made that video, and I'm not buying all that. Oh, look at all the pollution in the world when Spiritualized bring out plastic pill boxes for their multi CDs, and come on, fuck off. It's just pop music. It's not concept art student music. It couldn't be further from concept art student music. Just drug addicts music. That's what it is. Fraser! You bastard. You wrote that already, and I read it, and I thought, I can't read that out. I can't read that out, Fraser, but I'll leave it on the screen because I'm no scientist. I am no This is an entertainment channel only. It's that fucking miscarriage lark that does me, because my missus had one and she ain't having any more. And yeah, if she miscarriages, I'll be fucking devastated anyway. But if there's a chance that I've got someone to blame, I'll fucking go mad. Thank you, Fraser. Appreciato. Hello, Packer. Thank you, mate. £2 off to the pub. See you later, mate. Take care. Have a nice one. Can we pre-order your novel? Well, not really, because by the time it comes out, the inflation would have changed so much. A couple of people said they saw me on Millennial and they thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much. You know what? I'm about 5th in the most views on Millennial. And you've got to take into account that some of the people who've got more than me were like a week ago. So amazing. Probably a fair amount of hate watchers there, but I think it's on about 5,500. So very nice. Right, I'm not going to watch that now. No, we won't watch that now. It's getting on a bit. This is quite cool. This is from another one from Memology 101. Check this one out, people. Yeah, he really is. If you haven't, people, you might not like Salty Cracker. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but his re-streams on Odyssey, they are. You have to watch them. They're so good, and for like 3 hours, he gets like 30,000 people watching. Sometimes he tells them to stop donating. He even told the Texas governor if he wants to finish the border wall to send in the bill. He made about 10 grand on one stream. Fucking hell. And so he should. He's got a big old channel. And I'll tell you what I really like about him, Loki, is he's prepared to be booted off of YouTube. Whereas Mark Dice, I don't think is I sort of see them two similar sort of politics, similar level of dodginess, edginess. But when Salty Cracker's booted off, he'll have his Odyssey audience. I think it's something like 3/4 of his YouTube people go to Odyssey. He streams on YouTube, but then he says, right, we're now going over to Odyssey. So if you want to carry on watching, see you on Odyssey. Very clever, because when he does get booted, and he will, it's inevitable, he still has a channel, so it's good. Right, yeah, nice one, Pete, with a freeze. Well done, Loki. Great work. Have a look at this. Oh, did I just see what I think I saw there? Let me have a look. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was the old persistence of vision melded to. No, I did. Hello, Lambretta Daz. Nice to see you. Yeah, I bet it was, mate. Well done. Massive congratulations. Isaac says, I wonder who was behind pushing Oxy on everyone. Real mystery. Well, I can tell you this. It's the same family, company, people, who've now invented a drug to get you off Oxy. Imagine what it giveth with one hand, it taketh with the other. But it's not like you take this tablet and you're off Oxy. Oh no, you take this tablet and 5 years later you're still on it. Well, why don't you just carry on taking fucking Oxy? It's like they've invented a problem and they've invented the solution. How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night when you're doing that to the world? And I know I've said this before, but look, as a heroin connoisseur, you can smoke OxyContin like heroin on a foil. You can snort it like heroin. You can inject it like heroin. I can't help but think they just said, there's a lot of heroin customers out there, isn't there? That seems to be quite Moorish. Oi, come here, chemist. Come here, pharmacist. Do you reckon you can make some synthetic heroin? Just make heroin, yeah, but like a tablet. Put a little coating on it that they can just wash off to cook it up and that. And then we'll call it a tablet. We'll dish it out for back problems and then take it off them so they go into withdrawals. And then we'll sell them our new one. I know this is all in Minecraft, so it's not real. I'm just sort of suggesting that it's fucking ridiculous. Fucking good Lord. Good Lord. Loki said, my doctor was surprised when I told her no more. I was tired of watching my life disappear. Yeah, because she was probably losing about 200 quid a week from your script. Yes, Dr. Rube, it basically is. Everyone I know who's ever been scripted methadone has used heroin on top of it and or sold the methadone. There might be one person who actually got off heroin. The methadone withdrawal is about 50 times harder than the heroin withdrawal. And they don't tell you that when you're like 22. Oh, I want to, can you give me some meth? I'm fed up with waking up and having to go grafting. Yeah, no problem. How much do you want? Oh, I don't know. You're the fucking doctor. Well, how much are you using? 4 bags a day? What the fuck is 4 bags a day? How strong is that? 2% heroin? 50% heroin? How big are the bags? What? You're gonna base it on that. And the junkie's lying anyway. Oh, no problem. And then when you get bored of whatever they give you, you go back and go, yeah, I think I need about twice as much. They go, yeah, no problem, because everyone gets paid for dishing this shit out. You know, people are on like 120 mils of methadone. No one in the world needs 25 milligrams of methadone will stop you withdrawing from heroin. That day, you stop taking gear, 25 mils. You're not going to be gouging, but you're not meant to be. You're just not meant to be withdrawing. But you can, I know people have had like 160 mils of meth a day. Fuck, you know, just to put that into perspective, 160 mil of methadone could probably kill 32 people. One person, glug, 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 glug. And the idea is that they slowly taper you, but they get these kids, these like gyro junkies on methadone, and they about 4 years down the line when they realise it's not looking good because everyone's being maintained and not detoxed, then it's like, right, we're going to start tapering you now. We're going to go down 10 milligrams a week, and the kid's like, oh yeah, no problem. And it's all right. It's all right. Gets down to about 5 milligrams, and they're a little bit, oh, I don't feel so good. Well, what's the next? Well, we're going to go down 2 milligrams next week, and then they're on 3 milligrams. They're not sleeping. Doctor, but I'm not sleeping yet. That happens. That's quite normal. Yeah, I know it's normal, but it's fucking horrible. And then when they get down to 0, they ain't going to sleep for 4 weeks. They will be shitting and puking and dry heaving to the point where you feel like your ribs are going to break. Honestly, it's so heavy. Anyone on methadone, my non-Dr. Dangerfield, my tip would be get back on the smack and then get off that, because fuck me, that methadone rattle is dramas. Oh, and in your head, I mean, oh Lord. Anyway, let's not go there again. And yeah, and the Yen says, and now China is doing the open war. Yeah, they're fentanyl wars, isn't it? Amazing. That's right, Aramas, by the Bayer Pharmaceuticals. Before that, it was diacetylmorphine. because they wanted to make a less addictive morphine. Wow, wow, wow. Imagine trying to make a less addictive morphine and making a more addictive morphine. And of course, more addictive makes no sense anyway. What that actually means is better feeling, feels better. Is the whole thing's a fucking con. The whole history of the drug war is now being played out with the COOF. It's much the same thing, just lies. Just how do we monetize other people's problems? How do we monetize people's fears? Our man in the cam, our man in Havana. Did you like that? Are you MI6? Yes, we talked about it on this channel, didn't we? Have you read Our Man in Havana? Fucking brilliant. Were you here? You were here earlier when we were talking about that. It's a great, great novel. Thank you, Anglo. You've been very generous. Mike Collins, the show is going to start very shortly. We're nearly there, people. We're nearly there. A little bit of, you can see what the back end looks like. That one never gets old. Never gets new, though, does it? Have a look at this. Oh, I think it's actually raining. What the hell's going on? Raining? It's raining and it's gone up 4 degrees. It's 29 degrees here now. 1:15 in the morning, 29 degrees. Mike Collins drops a lady in. He says, here's a COOF free fiver. Thank you, Mike. Machano Caprusha Tatati. And thank you as well, Anglo Caprasha Tatata. Right, where are we going next? I've got to wrap this up shortly, people. See you later, Rags or Moslab, if you want to give that cone PDAR, a little cone on top of his PDAR. That would be nice. Dihydrocodeine is hideous as well. I took it for years. DFs are darkness. But they're nothing like oxys. They're nothing like heroin or meth, I have to say. I mean, it's codeine. It's I won't go into it. But yes, Lee, they're not nice. They're not nice. And I imagine you were probably doing about, 50, 30 milligrams a day, because they don't touch the sides otherwise. I remember in Dartford once, someone got hold of it must have been about 500,000 pills. Lord knows where they got them from. Every junkie had stacks and stacks of DFs, and they thought, no problem, when I'm in a bit of trouble, so you get in a bit of trouble, you pour about 40 out, wash it down with superintendents. Oh, I'm still sick. Another 40. Fucking hell. You have to have about 200. But it's a strong opiate, and it will fuck you up. Stay off it, kids. Stay off those opiates. Even if you're in pain, unless it's palliative, and then fuck it. Take what they give you and ask for more. Here's memology. Oh, hang on. This is very funny. Check it out.
I'm not like, I know didn't exactly hold a gun to your head for this podcast. Yeah.
I could be asking him right now.
You could be on CNN right now.
Yeah.
John Lennon could be a real news organization. Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
No, unfortunately, I just, haven't, I guess, what was it you said the requirement for being a CNN job at CNN is.
Are you a pervert?
I'm not perverted enough.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
When one of the richest men in the world says that he's not perverted enough to be on CNN, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Because people listen to him, normies listen to him, they like him. Right, this is a bit out of the blue, and I'm not fear-mongering. This isn't fear-mongering. This is more I have an interest in submarines. I like submarines, okay? But Russia, the neo-Soviets, have got 2 spanking brand new nuclear subs that are joining the fleet in the Pacific. Now, we know what's going on with the reunification. I've got to be so careful. Of a certain country in Taiwan. So it's interesting that 2 new nuclear subs are joining that fleet. It's only a minute long, but have a look at these subs. I'm fascinated by submarines, especially nuclear submarines. These fucking things stay underwater for like 8-9 months at a time. And they're all over the world. All different countries have got them. Boop. Boop. All just waiting. They've got incredible firepower. It's not nuclear firepower. They're powered by nuclear. But have a look at this footage. It amazed me. There's something about this that just kind of... no, these are Soviet, neo-Soviet, the royal lurkers. Have a look at this. Look at these subs. There's something so sinister about them. But I'm kind of seduced as well, I'll be honest. Fucking size of them, though. You know, look at the size of this thing. Fuck me. I mean, for anyone who grew up in the 80s, it's got a lot of the old Cold War about it, hasn't it? You know, the whole aesthetic of this here. All the troops lined up. You know, remember we used to have them, all the Red Square, when they used to drive their military past the leaders in Red Square. Yeah, man, Jesus. I wonder why. Yeah, those things, they are absolute monsters, Piggles. They are, you know, these are like underwater villages, underwater towns. I mean, what does that do for your head? One in the chat. You know what? I might watch that tonight, Alan. It's a fucking cracking movie. But what must that do for your mind? To know that you're breathing fresh air, and then it's like, right, come on, lads, get in. Come on, you lot. What a bloody time do you call this? Get in. And you ain't going to see natural light or breathe natural air for 9 months. You are literally very, very low down. You know, they don't skim the surface. These things are out of the fucking way. Just creeping around at the bottom of the ocean. What was it? What was that one a few years back where they all died? The Yanks or something? The Yahtzee. And they all just snaffed it. Nice one, Jens, for 50 DKK. In Denmark, we now have a TV show called Denmark's Youngest Drag Queen on our version of the BBC. So you've got a taxpayer-funded network, and it's got Denmark's Youngest Drag Queen show. Wow. The Denmark government confuses me, Jens, because on one hand, you've got them saying we want to get immigration down to 0, and on the other hand, you've got this kind of malarkey. I really don't get it. Nice one on the donation, mate. I'll have a look into that. That's it. It was the curse. What a way to die. Although apparently, and I'm trying here, they've got to go, Rags or Moslab, if you can be bothered. I mean, they're not causing too much problems, to be honest with you. It's just some weird advert. But apparently what happens is you just pass out. Everyone goes through a giggly phase. There's too much carbon dioxide in the air. Everyone just starts going, we're all going to die. But before that phase, when you're just thinking, we've got about an hour left. If we're not rescued in an hour, how the fuck do you rescue them? How do you get something down 5,000 meters down the Marianas Trench or whatever and get them out? And you're like, you got 2 hours left, people. We're all going to die. What do you reckon you'd do? Do you reckon you'd grab hold of your old dog-eared Playboy and just crack one out? Make it a long one. It certainly is mannish work, yes. It's a hard pass from Moslab. Yeah, I mean, I honestly think, and this, this might make me come across a little bit beta, but yeah, Das Boot is definitely worth a watch. But Das Boot is a weird one because it's not actually a film. It was a series, and they chopped it up and made a film out of it. But definitely worth a watch though. But there's I think if I got on one of those submarines that was still above water and had a little walk up and down inside it, I reckon I'd go, no, I've got to get out of here. No, thank you. No. I don't think that's for me, but hello, Mega Essex boy. How are you, mate? I've just woken up from a nice, deep, pethidine slumber. Amazing. I still feel high as fuck. The only time I ever had pethidine, there was two of us sharing the toilet because it has the effect of making your bowels open up. And if you're a junkie anyway, we both shot it and we were both, one of them got on the toilet first and I had to nudge him along a bit. Lovely stuff. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, son. Why did you have pethidine? You had some surgery or was it strictly recreational? One in the chat if you'd fancy, if you reckon you could survive for 9 months on a nuclear submarine. Serious question. If you think that's a bit of you, I'd just be interested. Well, Moslab says, brave men, especially the ones willing to get into the early Soviet subs. I'd actually say the ones willing to get into the early German subs. Those ones that they were rolling out at the start of World War II that, many of them died just from not being built correctly, not having the technology and, getting them out there. I mean, it might RMF fancies it. John Palmer, you're a naval man anyway, aren't you? Gazing. Done you right up. Matt fancies a bit of that. Anglo says they were only 300 meters easy. They were only 300 meters under. They died of drowning and suffocation. Oh, wow. Rags is... I'm guessing that's an Irish hard pass. Alan's quite up for it. That doesn't surprise me, actually, Alan. I see you've got that kind of isolating kind of personality. Charlie, no. Oh, you had a motorbike crash. Fuck me, you got pethidine out of them. Have another bike crash. 5 minutes ago, don't take oxys, kids. Oh, you got pethidine? Have another one. I hope you're all right, mate. I hope you weren't drunk, you bastard. How's that getting on? You doing all right? I don't think you'd get a chance to get bored. It's pretty full on down there, isn't it? You're not sitting around doing much. It's grafting. Chrome Magnon says, a cave system, yes. Under the water in a can, no. No. Me, not even cave systems. I made the mistake of going potholing once. No. Listen to this. I've got to go, people. I've got to go. Feel free to get some donations in for my 2.5 hours, fucking 1:30 in the morning stream. Listen to this. So I went potholing once. I can't remember who I ended up going with, but there was this bit. Now, this is not me at all. I'm not a bit of this, right? There was one bit, so we're all there, right? We're all up to our fucking bollocks in water. And we've just come into this sort of cave bit. And it's like, well, where do we go from here? And then the boss bloke says, right, to get to the next bit, you have to dive under the water. It's a rock face, right? Wet rock face. And water there. You have to dive under the water, swim along about 5 meters. Now there's a rope there, right? But so swim along about 5 meters and then come up. And you'll see, because the boss, the leader of the, that's why he was a leader of the pack. He goes first. And when you come up, you'll see him. And then you'll be in the next cavern and it opens up a bit. And I was thinking, I'm fucked. Because I can't go back because no one's going to go back with me unless I have a panic attack. Fake one, you know. Take me back. I'm a lady. And I just thought, this is so scary. And then some idiot said, how do you know when it's time to come up? And he went, because if you come up too early, you'll feel the rock on your head. And I just thought, nah. Imagine getting snagged up in some weed or get snagged up in the rope and you come up and it just goes gunk. And you're like, oh, and I was thinking, and then I was thinking, oh, and I've got to come back. So it's not like do it once and you're done. I've got to fucking come back. Right, so check it out. So one bloke, Mick his name was, fireman. He went, I'll go. And they were like, all right then. So the boss has gone. And he's pulled the rope, so we know he's all right. This geezer Mick goes, whoop. And then the rope gets pulled. And I go, all right, go on, I'll go. Because I don't want to be left in that fucking cavern on with Jack Jones. So I go, all right, I'll go. I go under. And I'm shitting it. And it's actually nothing, right? So a few more go under. And there's only one bloke left. And they know who it is, right? And it's the bloke who runs it's mate. And he goes, check this out. He goes, I love doing this. This is the bloke who was running it. He gets a loose rock off of the side. All right? And you can see where this is going. So the bloke's, he pulls the rope, so we know he's coming under. He comes under, and then he just follows his head with this rock on the surface of the water. So every time the bloke comes up, he just hits this rock. And he's just walking along. Let me tie my camera up. Hang on. He's just walking along with this rock above this bloke's head going. So every time he comes up, he's just hitting this rock. He does him for about 4 more meters. In the end, he just removes it. The bloke comes up and goes, and he looks round and everyone's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And I remember thinking, yeah, practical jokes. Yeah, that's what we need down here. Practical jokes. That adds to the safety. No, never again would I go potholing. And not just because of that experience, but because it was fucking hideous. Hello, Gizzy Stirrup. You new round here? Lovely to see you. Thank you, Lee. Potholing was the worst experience. Yeah, it's down. It's very low. I've got some strong competition, but it was very low down for me. Thank you, Lee, for that donation. There was another bit where we had to sort of shimmy along a bit that was about that wide. One side of it was wall. The other side was about a 30-foot drop, and you could barely move. And if you fell into some rotten, freezing cold water, I'm with you, Lee. It was awful. And when we were down there, the bloke even said, once we were down there, the bloke said, there's plenty of accidents here. He said, I've been doing this game for like 30, 40 years. He said, I've come across more than one skeleton. Oh, good. How long when do we get out? And the other thing he kept doing was telling us how deep we were. Oh, we're now currently 200 meters below sea level. Fuck off. If it rains, what happens if it rains? Are we dead or what? No, awful. Never do it, people. Never go potholing. Okay, drops a $5. Millennial was top-notch danger, but where's that fucking novel? I'm too busy doing this, son. No, I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't worry about that. I'm on it. I put in a load of time yesterday, a couple of hours a day. It's nearly there. My editor's having a triple art bypass, so no rush. Thank you, Oatcake. I really enjoy it, Millennial. I'm feeling a fucking headache coming on. I think I've got to get out of here. Right. Take care, Dr. Rube. Thanks for coming here. Billy says potholing is a suicidal sport. Yeah, I think it's fucking dangerous. Lee says, idiots, Chris. Never, ever again. They told me it was caving. I can't even remember how I ended up there. Maybe it was something to do with the Duke of Edinburgh's or something. I don't know how I ended up doing it. It's not me at all. Nice one, Anglo. You've been very generous. What are we having tonight? New shoes, cold hard steel, underwater, or another tune? Great stream tonight, Mucker. Hoi. I don't know. What do you want, people? What do you want tunage-wise? What do you want? I'll sort it out right now. It is your turn. The stream is about to start. Thank you, Anglo, for being very generous, as ever. Popeye's got a Substack. Nice one. Get on my Substack, people. Get on Popeye's. Jess has asked for milk. Melvin wants Mandom. John Palmer says new shoes. Cold hard steel, new shoes. Am I ignoring your entropy comment? I fucking hope not. I can't see it. Oh my days. Oh, you're damn right. I did ignore that. Hang on. Sorry, Billy. I read out Mr. MF's and I thought I'd done yours at the same time. If ever anyone donates and it doesn't get read out, do remind me like that. Oh, good Lord, what have I done? Because I don't want to miss them. It's not right. It's actually raining here. What an absolute joke that is. I'm just trying to think if I've got any clean washing out there or anything. Oh, check this out, people. Right, so listen. So I'll get on that, Billy. Listen to this. So over here, because of the temperature, and it's not humid over here, it's quite dry heat over here. If you leave washing up in the bowl for one day, it's pretty bad. You know, if you've cooked 3 times a day and then you go to bed, it's pretty bad by morning. Now, if you leave that another day, it's really bad. You're looking at, some of it's like super glue, some of it's mold, sometimes there's maggots growing, really. So I'd left it 2 days, which is 2 days too many. And I thought, I've got to get that washing up done. But that was yesterday morning. And then I have a migraine. So my washing up was done 3 days. I tell you what, I've done it all today. Look, you can see it all stacked up nicely there. Took me an hour to do the washing up. Because once it's got that bad, you've got to get it all out of the thing. You've got to clean the sink. You've got to get all the goof off. Oh, it was blah, blah, blah. No, Anglo, monsoon season ended about 3 weeks ago. I mean, it still does rain here from time to time, and this ain't a monsoon. This is like a bit of British rain, really. You know, when it's a monsoon, you'll be able to hear it, like, you know, really hear it. But I don't really know what song we want. I don't think people really... I'll tell you what, we'll go for a bit of Mumford. We had new shoes earlier. Right, hang on. Let's get Billy Blogs... Don't forget, people, to get on my Substack. It would really help me, really helps the channel because it does support me. Billy says, don't encourage the youth to get on the spike by telling them it's relatively safe. I'm sure it is dangerous and ruins your life. Admit people can die from H alone. I would never encourage anyone to get on the spike. It's not even a question of safety. Even if it doesn't kill you, it will ruin your life. Yeah, people can die from heroin alone. Just nowhere near. You know, that's like someone saying, don't encourage the youth to go out without a mask on by telling them it's relatively safe. Coof can be dangerous and ruin your life. Admit people can die from coof alone. I just think it's been played up. I think it's the same thing as on and of and with. That's why I use that analogy. No, fuck what no, never get on. If you get to the point where you're injecting drugs straight into your bloodstream, you've got real problems. There's a bit in Pax Max. Thanks for the donation, mate, and the interesting comment. Pax Max left a fantastic review for my latest piece on Substack. Really worth reading. Very, very clever. I think he should do more writing. And there's a bit in it where he says that the protagonist basically looks up and says, "What else?" And I thought that absolutely nails my experience of life. Just more, I need more. What else? Really nailed it. But yeah, if come on, smoke a biff if you have to, have a couple of beers. But if you're sticking drugs into veins, come on. Just stop it. I apologize if I've been giving people the impression that there's very little to be gained from. It's a complicated one though, because I still don't think it's anywhere near. Again, it's down to education. It's down to education. So I do feel like I've got something to contribute to that debate. Where are we anyway? I mean, I think if you look at the amount of damage that heroin has done to Europe, and then look at the damage that alcohol has done to Europe, they don't even compete. Heroin's a drop in the ocean. I think alcohol is far, far worse, kills far more people, causes all sorts of domestic violence. Then there's the drink driving, and it's just accepted. It's just, I know people are alcoholics and they don't even know they are. I mean, you certainly know you're a drug addict. You certainly know you're a smackhead. People don't fucking stop telling you. But alcohol, good Lord. And the mad thing is, the NHS put more money into trying to get people off of smack than they do alcohol. And the numbers, that logic does not tally anywhere near. Hello, Skin Scar. You all right, brother? Right, I'll tell you what, we're going to go for something completely different. Well, not completely. I'm just thinking whether I can get away with a different household song that you might not have heard. This one's got some problems in the production. That's probably why I've never played it. But I'll play another household song. Oh, that's boring as fuck, actually. I'll play that nice slow guitar one that I played the other day, shall I? That went down a treat. Here we go. Me and Mumford. First take. I was out of my fucking head. So was Mumford, though. Look after yourselves, people. Thank you to Rags and Moslab for looking after the place. Thank you to everyone who donated. That was lovely. Thank you lot for getting busy in the chat. That's always good. I've really enjoyed streaming. Tomorrow's the last day of 2 streams because my missus will be here the next day. But I will be streaming every morning. Please consider giving my Substack a look. There's no money involved. That would be really nice of you. I had a thoroughly good time streaming today. I can barely talk. I'm gonna cook a steak and then I'm gonna get some writing done. Look after yourselves. Ta-ta. This is a song by me and Mumford. I wrote it. It's called Get It Out. Ta-ta.
came in my dream, kissed me, loved me. Tears of a baby roll down your cheek. Your eyes are wide, so look around. You've loved to give, so get it out. Get it out anytime. Love sits beside me, I feel complete. You came in my dream, kissed me, loved me. Your eyes are wide, so look around. You've loved to give, so get it out. Get it out anytime.
Lovely. Good work, Mumford. Good work, Danger. Look after yourselves, people. Hoi! Ta!